into it. We need to talk about a huge mistake almost everyone makes with AI, and it all comes down to this one big idea. AI is not a tool. It's a decision layer.
So let's start by unpacking this common mistake.
This is probably why you or people you know have felt a little underwhelmed by AI. It all boils down to this one single flawed assumption about what it's really for.
And here it is, the core of the problem. We've all been taught to think of new tech as just tools, right? Things we pick up to do a specific job. But trying to cram AI into that toolbox, it's like trying to use a map as a hammer. I mean, sure, you can use it, but you're completely missing the whole point.
All right, so why is this tool thinking so wrong? Why does it fail us?
Well, think about it like this. A normal tool, say a hammer, or even a spreadsheet, is all about executing a decision you've already made. You've decided to build a shelf, you grab the hammer. But AI, it plays in a totally different ballpark. It's this layer that sits right in between what you want to do and what you actually do.
So when we're stuck in that tool mindset, what do? We use AI for stuff like, hey, write this email for me, or summarize this long report, or maybe automate some tiny little task. And look, we've all been there. It feels kind of productive, doesn't it?
And yeah, that stuff is useful. For sure, it saves a few minutes here and there, but it is so shallow. It's just the very tip of the iceberg. When we only focus on these little execution tasks, we're missing out on the real power, the huge strategic advantage that's just waiting for us.
Okay, so if AI isn't just a fancy tool for getting stuff done, what the heck is it? This is where we get to the heart of it all, the decision layer.
So what is a decision layer? It's basically that mental space where you weigh your options, you think about the consequences, and you figure out the pros and cons before you pull the trigger. It's your what-if sandbox, a place to play things out.
You see, pretty much every single action we take follows this simple path. You've got reality, that's just, the world as it is. Then you have execution, the thing you do. But sandwiched right in the middle is that decision layer. It's this crucial, often invisible step where all the real heavy lifting happens.
And think about this. For basically all of history, that decision layer has been a 100% human job. And let's be honest, it's got some serious flaws. It's totally manual, it's painfully slow, we're usually doing it under a ton of pressure, and we almost never have all the information we need. It's a recipe for mistakes.
And this is the whole point. The real job of AI isn't to make you hammer nails faster. Its true power is to take that slow, messy decision layer and just compress it, to supercharge it. So how does it do that? Well, it can evaluate thousands of options in the time it takes our brain to even think about one. It can simulate what might happen next and what might happen after that. And maybe most important of all, it shines a giant spotlight on the critical trade-offs we would have completely missed otherwise.
And what this does is create a totally different way of making decisions. So let's put the old human way side by side with the new AI-assisted way.
See, the way we normally do it is sequential. We look at option A, then option B, then C. It's slow, it relies a lot on gut feeling, and it's super vulnerable to our biases. The AI-assisted way, it's parallel. It lays out all the scenarios at once, side by side. It forces you to compare everything, which gives you clarity, not more confusion and delay.
Now, I want to be crystal clear about something. This is not about replacing you. It's not about outsourcing your judgment. It's about making your judgment better by feeding it way higher quality information. It's like giving a strategist a live map of the whole battlefield instead of just letting them peek through binoculars.
And you can already see this happening in really high-stakes areas. Think about finance. You can model all the ripple effects of a huge investment before a single dollar is spent. Or think about your own work. Imagine turning a list of 20 overwhelming choices into just the top 3 that actually make sense. And on a bigger scale, it's about catching those tiny little errors before they snowball into massive failures.
Okay, so let's wrap this up with a big, key reframe you need to make.
Now, after all this, you might be thinking, okay, I get it. So the end goal is just to have AI make all my decisions for me, right? No, absolutely not. See, that's falling right back into the tool trap. The real mind shift is this. AI doesn't make the decision for you. It makes the entire system you're deciding in way more intelligent. It upgrades your environment. So we're back where we started. If you only take one thing away from this, please let it be this. Stop thinking of AI as a faster shovel. Start seeing it for what it truly is. A brand new, super powerful layer of intelligence that sits between your intention and your action. On this channel, we're all about explaining money,
artificial intelligence, and decision-making as interconnected systems. There's no hype, no gurus, no personal branding, just new videos for you every week.